I'm going to talk about Twitch streamer, the largest trans Twitch streamer, Keffals, friend of the show and a community member. Trigger warning, transphobia, swatting. I don't like that they covered this, but I guess she doesn't care that like this is revealed. Not a good thing to, in my opinion, it makes things worse. It makes matters worse. I've been on the internet for a very long time, but like revealing that you are openly revealing that you are swatted is not a good way to go about it, but it's their circumstances, so fuck it. Clara Sorrenti, also known as Keffals, was arrested on August 5th in what she says was a targeted attack on her. Streamer Clara Sorrenti, also known as Keffals, was arrested on August 5th after a fraudulent email was sent to every city councillor in London, Ontario, saying that she intended to harm her family and members of the London Parliament. The raid resulted in her computers being seized by the police and happened amidst the wave of transphobic harassment against the streamer, which she says was further perpetrated by the police themselves. Clara is an outspoken trans streamer. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Oh. Rod just got here. Claire is an outspoken trans streamer who has gained tens of thousands of followers on Twitch for aggressively debunking anti-trans talking points, as well as for her ability to ratio notable anti-trans activists on Twitter. A ratio on Twitter is when you reply. You already know what the fucking ratio is. In addition to being arrested, Clara said that the police booked her under her dead name, which has not been her legal name in more than 10 years, and the police referred to her by her dead name when she was arrested. In a YouTube video about the incident, Clara attributed this to fraudulent emails sent to city councilors, which she said included her dead name in an obvious attempt to make the police humiliate me. August 5th, Clara says the police went to perform a wellness check on her mother, Catherine Sorrenti. Catherine says the police asked for her son, which confused her. They said that they came because they wanted to check on my welfare because they were, oh God, I can't remember, something about my son. And I said, so my nephew? Catherine said, according to a transcript Clara provided to the motherboard. And I said, you mean my nephew? And then they said, Clara Sorrenti. So then I knew it was you. Then I said, my daughter. Oh, my daughter. So like they knew that she was trans. The police knew that she was trans. And basically still ended up dead naming her regardless in an effort to, continue on being police, okay, and doing police shit. The police informed her they'd receive an email saying that Clara was threatening her mother as well as members of the London Parliament. I just kept telling them, no, she didn't do it. Clara's brother, Brandon Roberts, said in the same transcript that he had previously gotten in touch with the police to warn them that Clara's address had been leaked. He says police told him that there was nothing they could do. The reason why I don't like talking about this sort of stuff is because then it's like now people who fucking hate her will go out and search and try to figure this out. I just mentioned it was a possibility of this happening. They said, what are they saying on there? And they found the address and they were like, here's our address. Have fun, guys. Robert says, he's like, that's not threatening or anything. He said, if they're wishing harm on you, that's not a problem either. It's when they say they're going to. That's when it starts to get into harassment territory. So basically, I can wish bodily harm on someone, but I can't say that I'm going to do bodily harm is the message that he gave me. Clara said today that after being interviewed by the police, she was released with no charges. Last month, Clara was also banned from Twitch for a month for repeated hateful slurs or symbols. However, the slurs in question were screenshots of the abuse Clara received for being transgender. She said on Twitter that her account was mass reported. 100% that is real. That is exactly what happened. And the main reason why this happened is because she has consistently struck the hornet's nest and gone after the people that do this for fun and the people that do this as a sport, basically. The same concept that I talk about with respect to lol cows and the same thing I talk about the communities I talk about. I don't like to address them. I don't like to talk about them. I don't like to address this sort of shit ever because it only... There's no way to deal with it, as the cops basically are admitting here, even though it does take up resources from law enforcement and they fucking personally hate it. It doesn't matter. These guys are extremely online and they will do everything they fucking can to continue making her life living hell. Half of the fucking places where they exist is places where they celebrate places where they celebrate trying to get trans people to kill themselves, and they have successfully gotten trans people to kill themselves. And I don't know what else to say about it other than that, okay? And the reason why I didn't want to cover it is because this only galvanizes those people. They celebrate this as a fucking W. So, I mean, I guess Keffals personally wanted this out there, and she's talking about it, and I guess she has a GoFundMe on it as well. But ultimately, which from what I understand has also been mass targeted, mass reported, and also has been suspended. But the people that do this are celebrating this in this circumstance. It's like a really weird, it's a very weird predicament to be in. But the only way to get away from this sorts of thing, the only way to get away from this sort of mass cyber stalking, mass harassment campaigns is by just hoping they move on to the next person. There's just no other way. That's it. He requested to be placed on a no swatting watch list in late March. London laughed him off. It's fucked up. Okay. And yes, there is always a next person. Okay? Here's her GoFundMe. Clara Sorrenti Moving and Legal Fund. She has raised $45,000 already, Canadian dollars, to her $50,000 donation goal. This was created in 10 hours. So at least there's still a lot of people out there who are willing to help her out. Okay? The thing is, though, we have to find a way to make it stop. Okay, guys, like, that's not going to happen, okay? Please. That's not how this happens. That's not how this works. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you, okay? As someone who has, like, dealt with this shit, has been in the space for 10 fucking years, that's not how this works, okay? Yeah, let's do it. Let's stop it. Okay, good luck. Have fun. Try to figure it out. It would be great if you could figure it out.